Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Genus Power Infrastructures Limited Q1 FY23 earnings conference call. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company which are based on the beliefs, opinions and expectations of the company as on date of this call. These statements are not the guarantees of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Kailash Agarwal, Vice Chairman of Genus Power Infrastructures Limited. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I sincerely apologize for the delay today happened because of some technical issues and all. A very warm welcome to the Q1 FY23 earnings call of Genus Power. With me, I have Mr. Jitendra Agarwal, Joint Managing Director of the company, and SGA, our Investors Relation Advisor. We have recorded a sales of 187 crore for Q1 FY23, up by 43% as compared to rupees 130 crores in last financial year. Revenue growth for Q1 FY23 was affected on account of reduced capacity utilization due to disruptions in supply of semiconductors and other essential electronic items. However, we expect that the normalcy in supply chain to be restored within next 3 months and anticipate a sharp revenue rebound in second quarter of this financial year. For Q1 FY23, EBITDA stood at rupees 14 crore as compared to rupees 5 crore in last financial year, a jump of 183%. Sequentially, higher prices for raw material and a lack of operating leverage as a result of lower capacity utilization continued to hamper operating margins. In April 2022, we received a letter of award for appointment of advanced metering infrastructure service provider, including design of AIMI system with supply, installation and commissioning of about 10 lakh smart prepaid meters, DT meters level, energy accounting and FMS of these smart meters from a state utility. The total order worth rupees 828.57 crores net of taxes is the single largest order finalized by any state utility in India for AMISP. As on 30th June 2022, our order book stood at 1855 crores net of taxes. Just few days back on 30th July 2022, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Power Ministry's flagship revamped distribution sector scheme, which aims to improve the operation efficiencies and financial sustainability of stressed power distribution companies, DISCOMs and state power departments. DISCOMs suffer massive losses due to power theft, AT&C losses, meter tampering and inaccurate RDSS is submitted as a life
Excuse me, Mr. Agarwal, this is the operator. We are not able to hear you clearly, sir.
So better we take question and answers then. Let me open the floor for the question and then I think because JK is somewhere else and he will be answering more of the questions. So let us try to do that then.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. Participants who wish to ask a question may kindly press star 1 on your touchtone telephone. If you wish to withdraw yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Mohit Kumar from DAM Capital. Kindly proceed.
Hi, good evening, sir. And so my first question is on the order inflow outlook for the balance of the year. Of course, the government, it looks like the RDSS system is in place, uh, and a host of other UP, MP bids were in pipeline. Can you please update us with the status of the bids? That's the first question.
Mr. Agarwal, can you hear us, sir? Participants, kindly be online while we reconnect the line for Mr. Agarwal.
Hello. Sorry, I was on mute. Can you
Yes, sir.
hear me
Kindly
now?
proceed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was on mute actually. So, so I will distribute the order inflow in three modules. So the live tenders, which are already being quoted. So in smart meters, there are two types of live tenders are currently available. One is on the OpEx model and one is on the CapEx model. On the CapEx, there's a live tenders of around 280 crores that are already being bidding participation. And on OpEx model, there's a live tender of 774 crores which are already being participated. And there are a lot of conventional meter tenders also which are live, which are already being participated. That is to the tune of 1,889 crores, almost 1,100 crores. So these are conventional meters. So in total, as on date, there are tenders worth 2,000 plus crores are already participated, which we call them live tenders. And tenders which are already out and to be participated. So in the TOPEX model, there is a tender of 10 million meters on power grid, which is 1 crore meters. So a bid of almost 7,600 crores, which is to be participated. Then there are OPEX model tenders of 75 lakh meters in the market, which is the value is around 7,000 crores is the estimated value. Again, these are to be quoted. These are on the OpEx model. And then there are smart meter CapEx model tenders. It's primarily from EESL and some of the utilities. So they are to be participated again. So worth 850 crore rupees. And there are some conventional meters tenders to be participated, which are worth 300 crores. So in total, there are bids of almost 20,000 crores which are open in the market to be participated. Almost, I would say, 18 to 20,000 crores to be participated or already participated. So participated is around 2,000 crores as of now. In tenders which will be participated in next 3 to 5 months will be to the tune of 15 to 17,000 crores. So this is the current line. And just to add on to this, almost every state electricity board RDSS scheme has been approved. Officially, as on date, it is 7,735 crores of RDSS schemes for different DPRs across all the state electricity boards has been approved by Government of India. This is the official figure, which is in the REC website as on date.
get him back. Kindly be online.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Agarwal, you may proceed.
Yeah. So I was at the electronic components thing. So industrial electronics is the last of the lot when it comes to electronic components supplies. So we also envisage, because consumer electronics requirement has gone down significantly. Automobile is almost normalized. All will be normalized in next 2 to 3 months, and there will be significant improvement in same time for the availability of components for industrial electronics also. That is the reason I confidently feel that H2 will be much better for companies like us in comparison to H1.
Yeah. So a related question. So if there would not have been any semiconductor issue, and with an order book of, let's say, around 1,800 odd crores that we had in the last quarter, so how much would have been potentially be able to be done in this quarter? Let's say hypothetically, right? So assuming that there is no.
So we would have done at least 75 top line more if there would not have been any issues of the semiconductors.
Okay. And sir, the second question is related to the guidance. So I just heard that you are revising the guidance for the year to around 1,050 odd crores from, let's say, 1,300 to 1,400 that we had at the start of the last quarter, right? So what has actually changed? Because at that time also we were saying that quarter one is not expected to be good, that things will only improve from quarter three. So why are we actually changing the guidance from 1,400 odd crores to 1,000 odd crores? So can you just please share your thoughts?
We always gave the guidance of 1,200 or 1,250. We never gave the guidance of 1,500. I think there is some gap in numbers. And I was not expecting quarter one and two to be that difficult. We were quite confident that yes, things will ease out and we'll be doing much better than what we have done in quarter one. That is the reason I want to change the guidance for the whole financial year. Our target will always be to do better than what we are doing. That goes without saying. But yes, that's the only reason we want to look at our guidance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it is becoming, let's say, every quarter it kind of moves forward actually, right? So we expect that quarter two will be better, then quarter three would be better, and now we are saying for the full year the requirements will be not so good actually, right? So the things will move to FY24. Yeah.
Quarter two, things will definitely get better, but since quarter one much below the expectation, so that is the reason we want to relook at the.
Okay. And sir, just one last question. So with this, let's say, new guidance for the year, would we be able to achieve our optimum margins, let's say, when we exit FY23, let's say in quarter 4 of FY23? The optimum margin of, let's say, around 16-17% that we have said earlier?
We should be, yes. We also expect our margins will improve to the normal levels by the end of this financial year, but we also expect it to.
Okay, fair enough, sir. Thank you, and I will join back in the queue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, if you wish to ask a question, kindly press star 1. The next question is from the line of Priyanka Singh from Atidhan Securities. Kindly proceed.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. I have a couple of questions. Firstly, can you explain in detail that out of our total order book of 1855 crores, how much has been received by us as a system integrator for the supply of smart meters? How much capital expenditure will the company, be doing for the same? And what is the repayment schedule for state electricity boards? What is the service fee component?
So I'm I'm not very clear with your question. And you want to know how much meters will be supplied to the system integrators.
Correct.
So system integrators currently, yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, how much out of the total order book we have received as a system integrator for supply of smart meters?
So as a system integrator, we are doing only one project, which is on the TOTEX basis, which is the Bihar one, where we have to supply 1 million meters.
Okay.
So that is 828 crore order what we have. And otherwise, what we have to supply, there are orders worth 500 crores, which are purely supply orders of energy meters.
Okay. Secondly,
And we have around 200 crores plus orders of facility management services, which is like AMC.
I lost you in between.
Hello?
Hello.
I can hear you.
Okay. So I also want to understand what is the repayment schedule for state electricity boards and what is the service fee component?
What is fee component?
Service fee component.
So service, so as I said, that out of this, I'll just give you the breakup. Out of this, like 1,800 crores order, 500 crores is purely supply orders of electronic energy meters, which we will be supplying to different electricity boards, system integrators, etc. And there are orders where we have taken turnkey projects, where we have to supply the meters, and which are related to projects like the project we are doing in Tata Power, the project we are doing with NEPRC. So those are the projects that which is worth 150 crores order book, where we have to supply meter, do the installation, also maintain some of the meters for some time. And then there are in this order book we have almost 200 plus crores of FMS orders, where we have already installed the meters, where we will be doing the servicing of these meters. The way we are doing currently we are doing a project in Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, doing projects in Uttarakhand, Jharkhand. So all these projects, these are service orders, where meters have been supplied, installed, and now we will have to maintain them for 3 years, 5 years. So that order book is around 200 crores. And so this is the breakup of our order book.
Okay. And how will you account for it in your books from a P&L standpoint? Will such contracts have a negative impact on your working capital cycle? long-term role of being a system integrator?
So can you repeat the state government?
I'm trying to understand that, how do we plan to, secure ourselves from the risks arising out of the state government policy intervention, if we plan to play a long-term role of being the system integrator?
I got your point. So once we have become a system integrator and we have installed, let's take the example of Bihar. So we have installed 1 million meters where the complete metering billing is being taken care by us. So state government is equally liable to work with us very closely because their 1 million consumers are being handled by us directly. And they cannot put anybody else to take care of those consumers because all the meters in complete communication is done by us. So they are equally, even if any kind of policy changes, nothing can be changed on the smart meters once it is installed. And these meters are, and there is a created security mechanism where all these meters are being charged or recharged under our software system, where the first money of AMISP is paid to the AMISP. Let's say we are getting 70 rupees per meter per month for 10 lakh meters. So it is 7 crore rupees which has to come from SEBI every month. So all the recharges till the 7 crore rupees is done, it will come to Genus. After then only whatever the amount comes, if it is 70 or 700, and it goes to the electricity board. It's a very, very safe mechanism of securing money. It is much more secured than the current supply business what we do with EBs.
Okay, that was very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, if you wish to ask a question, kindly press *1. The next question is from the line of Anshuman Ashit from ICICI Securities. Kindly proceed.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. A few questions. So firstly, sir, there was a negative other income booked during the quarter. Could you please explain what was it exactly?
So basically, that's a notional the valuation. The company has a treasury of almost 200 crores invested in AAA rated bonds and all. So it's the valuation of the bonds that is showing the other income minus.
Oh, okay. So at the end of the period, the bonds were revalued and the difference.
Yeah. So basically, just
Okay. And sir, the employee cost was also a bit higher during the quarter. So is it because we've started mobilizing our resources for the Bihar project, or is there some other? Okay.
Yes.
So that is.
We have already started building the infrastructure for the smart meter things and all. So that has increased. So a lot of work is happening on the development of value-added products. So since the top line has not been much, that's why we can see the clear impact of employee cost. So you will see on all these investments what we are doing currently will have a great future ahead of.
Okay. So on the Bihar project itself, so what is the current status? At which stage are we currently? Have we received any advance from?
Yeah, we have got the first tranche of advance of 15 crore rupees.
Okay. And the project is on schedule, so we'll start the implementation from September onwards.
Yes, project is very much on schedule. The government is also very aggressive on it. Yesterday only we had a review meeting. So everything is on the line.
Okay. And sir, just wanted to confirm once the order book composition that you had just mentioned. So you had said that 500 crore is for electronic energy meters, the hardware which we are providing. 150 crore is for turnkey projects. FMS is 200 crore and around 800 crore for the Bihar project. Is there something that I missed beyond this?
So there's the order book of gas meters also. We do gas meters which is around 20 crores, not big. And then we do also MSD project accessories are also in a lot of projects we supply boxes and accessories that is also worth 100 crores.
And do we have any export orders also currently on the book?
So currently, when I said it's no supply order for 486, there are some export orders also included.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, okay, sir. So there are some export orders in the order book.
Yeah, there are some very good export orders, and we expect to get our export back to normalcy. The way what we were doing 3 years back, we were almost 3 figures in exports. So we are pretty confident that by the end of this year, we should be back to our, at least those levels what we had in 3 years in our export market.
Okay, so it can be around 10% of the revenue for the full year.
For this financial year, we expect it to be.
Okay. So finally on the margin guidance for the whole year, if you could inform us what it will be, because there is a revision in the revenue guidance. So is there any revision in the margin guidance?
Yeah, there will be, because first, as I said, H1 is going to be tough. Which we also didn't expect it to be so tough. For margin guidance also, we expect it to be 13 to 14.
Okay. Thank you, sir, and all the best.
So we will be on the normalcy from third quarter and fourth quarter. But the total full year's margin will be around 13%.
Okay, sir. Understood. Thank you, sir, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Participants who wish to ask a question, kindly press star 1. The next question is from the line of Anurag Patil from Roha Asset Managers. Kindly proceed.
Thank you for the opportunity. Sir, are we planning to bid for further system integrator orders of the scale of Bihar, which we have already got?
So we have very clear-cut guidelines internally that up to a certain extent only we will go as a AMISP on our own balance sheet. We will also work closely with investors and create some what do you call them? So basically we can say like that we will be not taking too much of AMISP always on our balance sheet. So basically we have taken this order. Now we will be participating more in supply of the meters, and then if our balance sheet, whatever we will do on the basis of our balance sheet, and we are planning to make some SPVs of these projects and bring in project-specific investors also. So whatever we are doing in the AMS, in the start of the tender, bidding process also, and after bidding also.
Okay, sir. Okay. That's it from my side. Thank you.
But that will be project-specific only.
Okay, sir. Okay, understood. Thank you.
Thank you. To ask a question, kindly press star 1. The next question is from the line of Nikhil Jain from Galaxy International. Kindly proceed.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity again. So I just wanted to check whether, let's say, the ordering and the tendering process that is currently happening, is it as per the earlier plans that we had, or is it going slow? Because in quarter one, at the start of quarter one also, our order book was around 1,800 crore, and after doing the 200 crores, our order book is still 1,800 crores. So in this last 3 months odd, we have got only 200 odd crores new orders, right? So is it like because the tendering is going slow, or there is some change in the market share or something?
Tendering is going slow because the projects which were supposed to be finalized and the DPR, what the government has given the guidance earlier that all the DPR should be frozen by 30th October last calendar year, and by 31st December, all the tenders should be out. But because there was some gaps between the state government and the central government, and there was a supply shortage also. So the government has come out with a clear-cut guidelines that all the new tenders have to come after the empanelment process to be done by REC. So because of this empanelment process, all the tenders got delayed by 6 months. So now there will be a lot of tenders in the pipeline, and you will see a lot of decisions happening in next 6 months? So there's a lot of pressure from the central government, and now even Prime Minister has also spoken about it very openly, and unless there's a very strong homework being done by the Power Ministry, PM will not make any statement.
Right. Right. Thank you. And just one more question. So our current market share, or let's say over the last couple of years, our market share has been roughly around 25-27% on the smart meter side. We expect to maintain that number even with the increased tendering requirements, given the capacity that we have built, right?
In the current scenario, yeah, we surely expect to maintain this market share.
Okay. Fair enough. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Harshit Gole from Flare Capital. Kindly proceed.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. My first question: how much is our? Oh, sorry. How much of the revenue is the ratio between the project base and the product base, sir?
So our prime revenue is product based only. So whatever the projects we are
ratio,
doing,
could help us with, sir?
in the last quarter, you want to know?
No. In the times to come, where do we want this ratio to be?
So what do you mean by projects? Like, just give me, like we are doing a turnkey project of smart meters in Jharkhand.
No. I mean the order book versus our day-to-day revenue business, like that. Revenue from our order book.
Understand your question.
No, what I am trying to ask is,
yeah.
are we showing only our order book in our revenue? The revenue is not only of order book, right? It includes also the day-to-day business activities like selling of other products. Or is it we only meet the order book in our revenue?
Order book and revenue, I'm sorry, I cannot get your question.
Okay. I'll switch on to my next question. What is our hedging policy? Do we hedge as soon as we get the order? Because the majority of our orders have fixed price.
So majority of our orders are fixed price. We have a very standard hedging policy. For a very some percentage of our components, we do the hedging and not beyond that. Hello.
Okay. Yes, sir. We have order book of approximately 1,900 crores. What is the execution duration of this order book, sir?
As I said earlier, I've given the breakup of the order book. So we will see that execution will be in two parts. There is an order like MIS order has to be executed for the next 7 years. There are FMS orders that has to be executed over the next 5 to 6 years. And then there are supply orders which also be executed within this financial year. So it will have the breakup of all three.
Yes. And my last question, sir. As a system integration, we get better payments. And that is only 800 out of our total 1,900 crore order book, sir. So going down, where do we want this to be? The share of our system integration revenue?
We have to understand one thing. Like we call ourselves system integrator, we are doing end-to-end. And when we do end-to-end project, system integrator can do it on the OPEX basis and CAPEX basis both. So if it is on the OPEX basis, I have explained earlier also, we will get something upfront and something on a month basis. When it is on the CAPEX basis, then it is on the milestone. If you supply the meter, you get some money. You install the meter, you get some money. You establish the communication center, you get some money. So it depends on the payment terms of the particular project. So if you see, Genus will be have a very clear-cut internal guidelines how much we want to work as a system integrator, where it is on the OPEX basis how much we want to work as a system integrator, where it is on the capex basis, and how much we will be only as a supplier to system integrators or to the state electricity boards. So Genus will be playing a role in all the three business models.
Okay, sir. These are my questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, if you wish to ask a question, kindly press star 1. The next question is from the line of Anjana Shah from Shah Investment. Kindly proceed.
Thank you very much for this opportunity, sir. So a couple of questions from my end. First being, so if you could tell us, when can we expect the availability of these semiconductors to normalize?
It will normalize in next 3 to 6 months to a very large extent.
Okay, sure, sir. So second question is this, that, we have the capacity to produce around, say, 10 million conventional meters. Can we replicate the same capacity for manufacturing smart meters, or will we have to decrease our capacity?
No, almost similar capacity guidance we have given earlier also. Genus can comfortably produce 9 to 10 million meters, smart and conventional put together.
Sure, sir. And sir, how much capital will be required to double our capacity from current levels? Is it possible to double our capacity in a year?
Very, very minimal, and within next 3 to 6 months, we can enhance our capacity to almost double. So the way we have planned our manufacturing and the way we have vertically integrated our plants, we are doubling our capacity, will not require much of capex and neither much of time.
Sure, sir. That was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nikhil Jain from Galaxy International. Kindly proceed.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity again. Sir, just wanted to know whether all the legacy orders, which were low margin orders because of the commodity price increase, have they kind of finished, or they are still pending? And if pending, then how much are they?
Some are still pending.
Okay, so by when do we expect them to be finished, sir?
Slowly and gradually in next 2 to 3 months.
In this quarter, so would they be finished, quarter 2?
More or less.
Okay. So they may stretch a little more than quarter 2 also, right? That's it.
Very minimal. Won't be of major impact.
Okay. And all the new tenders that we are kind of quoting in, so we are taking into account all the commodity price increase, and they will come with the right margins that the company aspires to, right?
Of course.
Okay. Right. And sir, the last question, actually, is there anything that can actually happen in the environment which can delay this entire process of let's say the orders and let's say the entire implementation and all for the projects that the states are doing? Is there anything what's the risk basically that we have besides the semiconductor one? So and the timeline shifting. So what is the risk that we might have in this year that the project moves to the next year or something like that?
So as such on the grounds, we are unable to envisage any major risk. Yeah, it's something externally the way if the China war happens, something happens grossly wrong to the world, then everything will be impacted. So I don't think so we won't be impacted.
Okay, fair enough. And sir, just one last question. So when we do this capex plus the TOTEX model basically, so for a 800 odd crore project, the equipment supply and the system integration work was something like 60%. Is that's my understanding correct, or is it the number?
Almost 45 to 50%.
45 to 50% is the equipment supply, and rest is the system integration and other work, right? And the facility management services and all.
Yeah.
Fine, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, to ask a question, kindly press star 1. The next question is from the line of Aditi Jhawar from ADM Advisors. Kindly proceed.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I have a couple of questions. First is, sir, what is the capacity utilization in Q1 FY23? Second is, how much revenue growth?
Capacity utilization is almost, I would say, 50%.
Okay. And sir, how much revenue growth do we anticipate over the next 3 to 4 years from current levels?
In the next 3 to 4 years, whatever the government of India is planning and we see that happening on the ground, which we are pretty confident of happening on the ground. And I am expecting from the current levels of whatever the peak levels Genus have seen, 2 to 3 times growth comfortably, only in the supply revenues.
Okay. And sir, with smart meters replacing conventional meters, so what is your guidance on operating margin front, like in upcoming years?
Operating margins will be little better in the smart meters because of the high value add.
Okay. And so just last 2 questions. How much would service fees contribute to our total revenue in the future, and what would their margins be?
So service will depend on the kind of projects we will do. It's very difficult to give a guidance currently that what percentage of service revenue will be there every year for Genus. So it will depend on the kind of projects we do. So it will be good number, but I don't want to give any guidance right now. A lot will unfold in next 12 to 18 months, what kind of projects we take and how much service revenue we try to build in there.
Okay.
But currently our service orders, FMS, what we have to execute, excluding the Bihar order, our order book is more than 200 crores only for the service business. But that will be executed in next 4 to 5 years.
Okay, understood. And sir, can you explain the competitive scenario, like when it comes to smart metering industry in India? So like with multifold increase in industry size, are we likely to see entry of other Indian or international companies in this space?
Currently, I'm not seeing a lot of manufacturers getting into the foray. A lot of system integrators are getting into the foray. But I'm not seeing only the old manufacturers who are already there. I'm not seeing any newcomers coming currently.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It was helpful, and all the best for the upcoming quarters.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Anuj Shah from Srinath Securities. Kindly proceed. Mr. Anuj Shah, can you hear us? Mr. Anuj Shah? As there's no response, we'll go to the next question.
Take this as the last question, please.
All right, sir. The next question.
Take this as the last question.
Yes, we'll be taking the next one as the last question.
Yeah, please.
It's from the line of Milan Shah from Urmil Research Consultancy. Kindly proceed.
Hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, please.
Sir, I want to understand our smart meter, is it tamper-proof or it is preferred by anyone can do?
No, it is a tamper-proof meter. Even all the electronic meters supplied in India are tamper-proof meters.
Because in our village, some layman is doing preferred with remote control in Gujarat State Electricity Board smart meters. So I asked these questions.
I understand what you're saying. So it's a continuous fight, I would say. It is like we are fighting with these kind of people, but that is very minimal. Electronic meters are very strong tamper-proof meters and not easy to be tampered. It's a Herculean task to tamper it.
So I asked regarding because we are going to get more and more order. And if this kind of layman can prefer, then what is the benefit of government? And
ऐसा नहीं है. It's not a matter of layman or non-layman. You have to understand one thing. If you have got to know that somebody is tampering the meter, that means the meter has told the government that it has been tampered. So we make meters which are tamper evident. If somebody has put the computer device on a meter and try to tamper it, immediately whenever the meter reader will go and check the meter, they will get to know. And in the case of smart meters, automatically if anybody will fiddle with the meter, will come automatically, it will be known to the electricity board. So smart meters is a need of the hour for the nation like India.
Oh, that's good. And sir, what is the debt currently company on?
Right now, company is a net debt-free company.
Okay. And sir, considering our company in 25% tax slab, or we are already in old tax regime?
No, we are in 25%.
Hello?
We are in 25% tax rate.
Okay, thank you, sir. And best wishes for excellent future, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question. I now hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen. I very well understand that the results this time were very disheartening, but the company assures you that this is for a short time. In the coming times, company will be doing a great thing. A lot of business we are seeing in the coming times, and we won't disappoint you for sure. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you,
everyone. Take care. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Genus Power Infrastructures Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines.